There, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of July 2016. And this month, very interesting stuff going on for you. You have the Four of Diamonds. You have two fours here. You have the Four of Diamonds, Four of Hearts, two really good fours in the deck, of course. And Four of Diamonds represent, I would say both cards together really represent moving and new things coming into your life as well. But Four of Diamonds is a card of moving, planning a move, thinking about moving. Really, that's been a long-term thing for pretty much all water signs. I feel like it's a big moving year for a lot of water signs and things like that, or at least thinking about moving and planning a move within like the next year, I would say. And again, I've said it before to Cancer, probably like 100 times, that a lot of you may have already been, moved, have already, taken part in that process. But Four of Diamonds, and having both fours here, I'd say, is really important for building comfort and becoming more comfortable. Fours represent the home, but really, like I say, the Four of Diamonds is kind of like a card of comfort and building more comfort. And like I said, both cards together are cards of comfort and things like that. It's also a card of being patient and having patience in things that are happening for you in your life. So things might be happening, but maybe a little bit slow for you. It does look like you need to make a choice this month, and I think that choice will actually speed things up. But things are happening. That's a good thing. And it's a card of slowly building up a foundation to success as well. I think a lot of you probably, have been going through this for many years now of and probably having already made the mistakes of not having a foundation for starting new projects or even new relationships and things like that, and starting them on like nothing. It's been a long-term like water sign type of deal here, but maybe now a lot of you are starting to look at how you really need to kind of build things up before you get going on everything, and a lot of you, I would say, are doing that, and so that you can have much more stable lives, really. So that is nice. Next, you have the Two of Hearts. Could be a good love month for a lot of you. Love coming in. Love, does open up for all water signs pretty much right at the beginning of this month. So right away, love gets a lot better. And even in the astrology, this is a card of meeting somebody who makes you really happy, meeting somebody who's perfect for you. It's kind of like a card of a perfect relationship. If you're not interested in love or you already have it, this can also be a card of just matching up perfectly with a situation. Just, something that makes you really happy, like a new job or new position, or even a move. Like I said, matching up with a location that makes you really happy as well. Next, you have the Lovers card in reverse. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. You have the Three of Diamonds coming up after this, which could be kind of very similar to the Lovers in reverse, and you also end with the Two of Spades, very similar to the Lovers in reverse in a lot of ways. This is a card of needing to separate away from something, needing to allow something to go, needing to let something go. I always say that for me, the Lovers isn't really necessarily a love card. It can be, but for me, in a general reading, it's more a card of choices and having a choice to make, but also needing to choose between two things, and I always say that the answer for this card is to pick the new thing, and I'll talk more about that on this card, Three of Diamonds. Three of Diamonds is a card of needing to make a choice on something, and the answer here is always to pick the new thing. It is a Diamonds card, but to me, it doesn't have only anything to do with just money. It has to do with a lot more than that. I think it has a lot to do with choices in your whole entire life. And the choices you'll be presented with under a Three of Diamonds are, you'll be presented with something that is just like, that you've already experienced and isn't new at all, and it's safe and it feels safe, and then you'll be presented with another choice that's like new, but it's scary because it's new, you've never done it before. So this comes up where it's like you'll have a job offer that'll be kind of basically exactly what you've been doing, and it feels very comfortable, and you'll have another job offer that maybe you're not exactly qualified for it, and maybe you're a little bit scared, but it's new. And the answer for both of these cards, in especially the Lovers in reverse, is to pick that new scary thing. It's all about going on a new journey, because that's what will lead you to the most success. So again, this goes for everything, relationships, all sorts of things, any decisions you need to make. Pick the new path with these cards. Next, you have the King of Spades. Again, very interesting, because would be all about picking the new path. King of Spades, all these Spades cards, I always say, they kind of represent jumping into darkness, jumping into something that you're not exactly sure about, jumping into something where, you don't really know what's on the other side. You're not too sure about it. But the King of Spades is also about building structure. You have these two fours here, and I always say, like, the King of Spades, he doesn't look at how he can, grow his kingdom out. He's not looking to expand it. He looks at everything inside of his kingdom first, and he makes sure it's really strong and stable, and then he starts adding on it. It's all about making sure, and again, it fits in well with these two fours, because the King of Spades is all about really making sure he has all the resources and everything gathered together inside his kingdom first before he expands, because he doesn't want to spread himself too thin. So, that's a very interesting message for you. Next, you have that Four of Hearts I was talking about. Really good card. It's a card of feeling really good as well. So I think a lot of you will just be maybe feeling better, a lot happier this month, having a lot of happiness. This is a card of great happiness. It's also a card of commitment. A lot of you could be, taking relationships to the next level and things like that. But again, it's not only a love card. It can also just represent making a commitment to something like a job or a new spiritual belief or whatever. And you end with this Two of Spades, again needing to separate away from something. You have the Lovers, the Three of Diamonds, this card, all about needing to let something go. For some of you, it could be a relationship, and I would say it would be rather obvious that you need to let it go, because it would be not a great relationship in the first place. And for some of you, it could be something else, like a job or something that's just holding you back. And again, I think the answer will be easy, because you will be presented with something new this month, but maybe you're just a little bit hesitant because you've never done it before. But I would say go for it this month. That's what this month is all about for you. It's all about going for it. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your month.